Gina coming to you from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, where I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome. It's our early Saturday. Oh, is it Saturday? Yes, it's Saturday. I'm so confused with the holidays. It's 8 o'clock here in Wisconsin, and we have the 2025 calendar class this morning. So I'll wait for a few of you to pop on and say hello. I don't know how many of you all get this bright and early, but waiting to come up here on my phone also. So how has everyone been? I was here yesterday. We were live actually upstairs in the new studio, the first time up there, and I didn't show anyone her new office space. I want to leave that for her, but because that's really exciting for her. So she was a little jealous yesterday that I was up in the studio, and she has not recorded anything up in the studio yet. So, okay. Let me just make sure I'm where I need to be. Okay, good. We have some of you here. Angelique, Karen Wattstein, Kat, good morning, ladies. Grab your coffee. We've got some fun this morning. I made a little different calendar than what we normally do, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. So a few announcements while everyone's popping on and saying hello. First of all, I'd love to hear about how everyone's Christmas was. We had a very nice Christmas. We didn't have to go anywhere, so it was nice to just stay home and relax a little bit on Christmas Day, and ate lots of good food, played games with the kids. We had a couple new games that we got. Let me see, what did we get? The kids got Uno No Mercy. Oh, it got a little brutal at times. They love to play Uno. We have a good majority of the Uno games out there. So we played a lot of that. Good morning, Leanne, Mira. Welcome, ladies. And Bella got, what was it? Herd Mentality. So Herd Mentality, if you've never played it, is a game where they read off a statement or whatever, and then you try to get as many people to come up with the same answers as you. So it's just kind of funny. Like one of the answers was, or one of the questions was, who in the group would most likely show up late? Well, we all were hands down my husband's best friends. So so it's kind of funny what some people come up with for answers, and what others, you know, their first choice would be. So that was fun. So few things going on for 2025 as we wrap up 2024. First of all, I'm doing a little prize thing. My first time ever doing something like this, so you know, I kind of just decided to do this, but it's my birthday tomorrow, so I thought I would offer anyone who would place an order with my current host code free shipping. And free shipping, I know, you know, people are ordering from all over, so it's hard to give just the free shipping. But if you're local to me, you can get the free shipping right away. Or it will be in like a coupon form that you can use for a class in January or an order in January. However you guys want to do it, it just depends where you're coming from. I'll work out something with you that you get free shipping. So that's my little birthday special this weekend. And so you can get that actually through the 31st. Those of you who would like to see my class list, I know Christine mailed out a whole bunch. My class list or class schedule was mailed out with her class schedule. So there were 3 pages out there. So if you did not receive one and you would like one, please reach out to me. You can find me at Glitter and Ink with Gina on Facebook. Please like and follow me over there. You can send me an email at ginalbulo@gmail.com. Here's my current host code, and as always, my current host code is pinned at the top of my Facebook page. So you can find that there. Thank you for the birthday wishes, ladies. So you can find that there. I'm looking at Bella is actually helping me with kind of making a group email, so it's easier for me to, just send out one mass email. I've never had to do that before, so that's new to me. So we'll send out emails that way too. If you need a catalog for the upcoming new sale and you're not on Christine's mailing list, please reach out and I will be happy to send you the new catalog along with the sale-a-bration catalog. So reach out with those details. Also, if you also are looking to see what's coming up, and I've got a lot coming up in January. So this is actually the schedule that Christine, let's see if I can find the front of it. So on this schedule here that she mailed out to a lot of people, I forget how many she sent out, but she sent out a lot. It's got Chris on here, Diane, Julie Berschbach, her classes with Rose, and then there's a third sheet in this that is mine. So just note that the dates here, for the most part, through March are pretty much set. I may have to change things throughout the year. It's really hard for me to plan out a whole year, just because with my kids and school and sports and music programs and all of that, it's really hard to plan that far in advance, but that's there to give you guys an idea, and I may have to change dates in the future, but I'll keep you updated on that. And there's also another place. If you go online to Cards by Christine. So if you go to her main site here, I'm trying not to get the light glare here. You're gonna hit these three lines up here, and she made a really cool calendar. This top one here is called Resources. And when you go to the resources, you can click on her schedule, or you can check this calendar here. It's 2025 calendar. And she made it so all of us are on here. It's color coordinated. So like Chris's classes are in purple, Diane's are blue, mine are orange, Julie's green. The ones that Kelly teaches are red, and Rose's are like a rose color. So you can print this out at home, and it has the whole year done for you. So multiple ways to get the schedule from all of us and see what's happening here in the Hive and from a lot of the girls here on the team. So good morning, Sarah. Welcome. So yesterday I did the Snow Fun scrapbook workshop class. And oh boy, it turned out so good. I'm so happy with it. You can still get this class. It is a product-based class, so you have to place a $55 order. You must have either put this in your order if you don't have the workshop, or you just order $55 worth of whatever you need, glue, adhesive, cardstock, whatever at home. So we made these 5 cards right here with the kit. And then we have these 6 scrapbook pages here. So we have this one and this one, and that's side by side. And then we have these 2 with a little journaling spot where you can do, here I'll show them individually. I know it's really hard to get them on the camera. And then they're side by side. So if you guys still want to order this class, it is available until next week, Friday the 3rd. And I also will have a Monday Morning Create coming up this Monday. So we'll have the 3 cards for that class. Oh, lots of stuff. So who's ready to stamp? We got lots of stamping. I have lots of bits and pieces here because we're going to make this calendar. So this is how it is set up. Now, one thing I kind of didn't realize as I kind of had it all together is it's a little top heavy. It'll be fine as you are switching things over on the rings, but with all 12 months, it does get a little top heavy. So just be aware of that. And what you could always do is put a little rock in the middle here, a magnet, something with a little bit of heaviness here, to keep it from tipping over. So yeah, we have one for each one of the months. So we've got January through December, and I'll just flip through it real quick so you guys can see. And you'll be able to make 2 of these. So this class is 24, 30 with shipping, and you get to make 2 of these calendars. This is available until next week, Friday, okay? So reach out if you have any questions about this or any of the other classes that you guys would like to see. Let me see. My phone keeps going away, so I can't see your comments. It keeps going black on me. So let's see if I do it this way. This way I can't see it. So we're just gonna have to hope for the best here, and I'll just have to keep playing with my phone, looks like. Okay, let's get stamping. So we're gonna start with January. Thank you, Karen. Oh, you might have to send a video of your decorations and scrapbooking. Well, I would love to see it, Leanne. Okay, so each one of these kind of uses a different stamp set or bundle. I should have popped these out earlier, but I apparently didn't. I was cutting a whole bunch of these out. So for those of you who have ordered already, your kits are just about ready to ship. And those of you who place orders now through next Friday, yours will go out in a separate mailing. Okay. And I'm just gonna make one calendar because they're both exactly the same. So here we've got January. So we have the winter, I believe this is the Winter Meadow piece of DSP. We've got our beautiful in color glimmer paper and a little piece of ribbon. You'll also get with this, I decided I had different gems on like each page, and then I thought about it, to get everyone all sorts of different gems and stuff was kind of going to be complicated. So we're just going to do rhinestones that you can add to your kits. So you're going to take your Misty Moonlight piece here and put a little glue on the back, making sure not to have any glue in your fireworks. Thought fireworks would be fun with Happy New Year, you know, there's fireworks. And now what you're going to do for each page, so each one of these mats here, your DSP mat is 3 7/8 by 3 3/8. And these mats, oops, I took it right off. These smaller mats are 3 5/8 by 2 7/8, okay? We'll try this again. Sometimes it takes a little more glue with your glimmer paper. So while that is setting, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. And we're going to bring in I thought I had these in order, apparently not. Okay, Light the Sky. Light the Sky was actually one that came out last holiday season. So it's not pictured in the catalog, but it is there online. And there is a stamp in here saying, wishing you a happy new year. Well, we're not going to do wishing you a, we're going to skip that part. So we're just going to put happy new year on here. And we're going to bring in fresh freesia. Now, feel free at home, if you don't have these stamp sets, to put in whatever you want. Maybe it's somebody's birthday in January. Maybe it's an anniversary. Feel free to put whatever you would like for sentiments if you don't have these stamp sets. There we go. Now I started off with January, but I probably should have started off with the calendar right away. So we'll back up just a little bit and do the calendar. I need more room here. I got all these parts and pieces. Okay, so what we do with this is we want to leave a little space on the top. So as you can see here, we need a place to punch our holes. So you want to place your mat down a little bit lower on the piece, just leaving a small border around these 3 bottom edges. Bring in a piece of tear tape. We have some iridescent ribbon here. So does anyone have any plans this weekend? Are you doing anything? Anything fun and exciting? Anyone still doing some Christmas celebrations out there? You know, I put the tear tape on and then I put, were you all shouting at me on the other screen? I put my tear tape on and then I didn't put my ribbon down. I put my dimensionals down first. So, and we're just gonna lay this like so. And then take my ribbon scissors and just cut our tails. So there we go. We have January done. We'll bring in the calendar quick. We'll go back to the basics here. Maybe. I have them all in order here in little babies, so I'm trying not to mess them up. Okay. So we start off with a square of 8 by 8, scored at 4, okay? Then we have a piece of 3 by 8. So when you're cutting this, let's say you're cutting this at home and you want to make another one, you're actually going to get one calendar out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet, okay? So this, you're going to cut off a 1/2 inch. So you're going to cut that 1/2 inch off the 8.5 side. And here is your 8.5 by 11. So you got an 8 by 8 piece scored at 4. And then we have a 3 by 8 scored at a 1/2 inch on both sides and at 1.5 in the middle. Okay, we're gonna burnish our edges. Actually, I'm gonna fold my middle piece first. So our middle piece is like this. Then your 2 1/2 inch pieces, you're gonna fold up. Flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now we have the main part of our calendar done. So now we're just going to put some adhesive on that 1/2 inch piece. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to place this easel part, this is our easel, down here at the bottom, like so. So it's right here lined up on the bottom. Now we can place adhesive on the other 1/2 inch part. And we're just going to bring this down and close it. And there you go. You've made the main part of your calendar. Now we have a piece of 8 let's see, what is this? This is 7 3/4 by 3 3/4. This is going to go on the front. Now, when you get your kits, just realize that you may not all have the same patterns of exact DSP. I did pick out this neutral. This is from the Country Lace set. Everyone gets a neutral, but some will have stripes, some will have this pattern. So your DSP may change a little bit depending what I have in each pack, but they'll all be very, very similar. Okay, so we have that here. We're going to take, I have a little piece of, a little strip of crumb cake and white, and we're going to stamp on this. This is your year. And that is in the Round We Go stamp set. Oh, I have that out already. Okay, so we have this is your, and then day. And we're going to stamp that in Memento. And it looks like this is your won't fit on here, but it does. It just fits. And then I'll put day right in the middle between the two words, or close enough. So like I said, this came out of the Round We Go Anyone do anything for New Year's? Does anyone go out and party it up? And we usually stay home, play games with the kiddos. They force us, you know, we like to go to bed a little earlier nowadays. We're older. They force us to stay up till midnight. Last year it was funny. My daughter's like, you have to stay up till midnight, Mom, blah, blah, blah. And like 10 minutes before midnight, I want to go to bed, Mom. I said, oh, no, no, no. I made her stay up. I said, you made me stay up. I wanted to go to bed and you said no. So you're going to stay up 10 more minutes. So we watched the ball drop and then we were like, lights out. We were all done. So we're kind of boring that way. Okay. Now I'm going to save this piece. I'm going to put this piece on after I have put my calendar sheets on, just because I want to make sure it's all centered, and we'll put our calendar on also then. Okay, so here is your main piece. I do not know, or maybe I do know, what size this punch is. It's not a traditional hole punch. It's smaller than a traditional hole punch. I feel like it's maybe a 16th. I'm not sure. It is an older Stampin' Up! One, but I don't remember. So I'm going to bring in my ruler. And I am going to measure my dots. So you're going to take and put your ruler at the edge, and you got no, maybe like 3/4 of an inch on the top or so. Maybe a little bit less, maybe closer to a 1/2 inch. And we're gonna mark at between a 1/2 inch and 5/8, so it's like right in the middle there. And then we're gonna mark it at 3 3/4. Okay, so I just put 2 little dots there. And then I'll bring in my hole punch. And it's a little bit harder to get it through this because it's pretty thick. So there we go. So that's our hole. It's pretty small hole. My hands aren't very strong this morning. There we go. So we've punched our 2 holes. And I got these rings. You'll get these rings with your kit. Just at Hobby Lobby. They're a 1-inch ring. And then they just slide through like this. And then you just put your pages on here. Okay, so there is the base of our calendar. Karen, you don't do anything for New Year's and you don't stay up either. I would like to not stay up, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have kids go, Mom, let's stay up again. So we'll see. I might be playing Uno till I'm blue in the face. Okay. On to February. So we have, I'm actually using the zinnia paper with that beautiful elegance paper. So we cut out 2 hearts. We have a little piece of ribbon. And we will bring in Hearts of Elegance. And I'm just going to bring in the XOXO. And we're going to use Melon Mambo. This is not a color that I use too much, so I was actually kind of excited to use a little Melon Mambo. Look at that, nice and bold, beautiful. How many of you have played with this stamp set? This was my first chance and I only used the XOXO. So I'm excited to play with this. I think January we're gonna play with this for the scrapbook page. And of course we'll have some cards. I'll probably do some Valentine cards for our other classes, either the Morning Create and I forgot my white mat. So I got my white mat embossed. Anyone get anything exciting for Christmas? Anything fun? So, funny story, my husband, he's not always the best gift giver, but he was funny this year. He re-gifted me a gift that he gave me already. And he thought it would be okay to give to me because I told him to return it because at the time he bought this gift for me for Mother's Day. And at the time, we were spending lots of money on the house and stuff. And I'm like, we shouldn't afford this. You should just take it back. But he insisted that I have it. So he bought me this wonderful, like, gardening stool on wheels for planting and doing the garden and things like that. And he really wanted me to have it. But it was expensive. He bought me a really nice one. And I was like, you just shouldn't spend the money, you know. And he's like, I told him to take it back. When he's like, no, I'm not taking it back. I want you to have it. Okay, well, needless to say, we had a pretty wet beginning of the year. So I didn't get to use it because it was so wet out. I was afraid I'd just sink into the ground. So, I never used it. It's still sitting in the box. So he thought, because I told him to return it, that he was gifting it to me again. So needless to say, I told him, I said, you can't re-gift a gift you already gave me. But, you know, he kind of was like, well, you told me to return it. So it was like me buying it again. So, yeah. So funny story. There's some humor for you guys today. But we didn't really do much for gifts this year because we had the new house and we were just excited to buy stuff for the house. He got a nice brand new, well, it was used, but John Deere. So he got that, and you know, like I said, we were just happy to have the house this year and do all sorts of that fun stuff. So he knows now maybe he shouldn't re-gift stuff. So we got this really pretty gold trim. I thought that would be really nice. I gotta move it down a little bit. I've got things going in the wrong direction here. There we go. And we'll, of course, add a dimensional. Karen, you're so funny. Yeah, I will probably get another one if I don't use it. He'll say, well, you didn't use it, so I'll get it again. So true, probably. But it was funny because even Bella was like, Dad, you can't do that. And he's like, yes, I can. She's like, that's kind of not cool. She goes, I told him. I said, next time you better listen to your daughter. So yes, it's quite the funny little story. I kind of looked at him like, really? Is this a fake box? And I got to open inside. I said, so this isn't what it is, right? And he's like, no, yeah, it is what it is. So there you go. There's your funnies for the day. Oh, goodness. So hopefully my boys will learn to never do that to their wives. Okay, we're on to March. I messed up my little system here somehow. March has disappeared. Here it is. Okay. So we're gonna make our little clover. So I used the bee punch, and I guess I did look to see if that was current. I'm a little confused, and I never did double check if it, like I said, is current because I thought it was current. So does anyone know if this current bee set, my bee Valentine, is this current or is it retired? I guess I don't know. I just assumed it was. So anyways, How many of you have looked at the scrapbooking brochure? Anyone? I saw the scrapbooking brochure and I was a little like, they've kind of taken this bee, I should say, and revamped it, and they've made a whole scrapbook thing with this. And of course it's purple, so it's perfect for our queen bee here. And there's dies with it, so I thought that was really fascinating, that they kind of like took this and kind of revamped it and made a new stamp set. And I believe it's a stamp set, for sure dies, but I believe there is a stamp set with it too. So that's very exciting to see that they did that, but the paper is really cool. So like I said, don't forget about those scrapbook kits. They're just as good for card making as they are for scrapbooking. And with one kit minus one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and well, no, I shouldn't say that. I needed some extra white cardstock, but I pretty much made 12 scrapbooks and 10 cards out of one pack almost. So you get a lot in those kits. Okay, so we stamped our cute little hearts, which are going to be our clovers. Okay, and of course we're going to pop these up. I'm going to cut this little strip, I believe is from the Autumn Leaves set. So I just cut a little bit of that off. I should have my take your pick tool. I'd be able to get my dimensionals off a little bit better. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm having a hot flash, but it is really warm in here today. She's got the heat either up or, like I said, I'm having a hot flash. So we used Granny Apple Green. So we'll just tuck them under. So we place one in the middle, and then we're just kind of tucking these under. And then we'll add our stem. Did anyone make any calendars and give them out as like gifts for the holidays? I'm going to tuck our little tag in there, and we'll put a giant rhinestone. I didn't put rhinestones on any of my other ones, but this looks so much prettier with a beautiful little stone in the middle, and then we'll accent with a few other ones. So feel free to put your rhinestones wherever you would like on your calendar. We're going to make a little bow here. Hard to believe today is Saturday already. I'm thinking, I've been so confused since being off now, and I don't know what day it is from day to day. That's why in the beginning I said, oh, it's Friday. No, Saturday. Uh-oh, I lost my little gem. So we're going to put a little bow here, and it looks like our gem needs a little glue dot on it. There we go. So 3 months done. On to, we're going to do some rainy days because April showers bring May flowers. So we'll be doing flowers in May. And I forgot, I used grass in mine. You wouldn't have to use grass. You could just sponge or use a blending brush. I did some soft sea foam along the edge, and I didn't bring a dauber or anything along, so we're just going to leave it blank. But that is what I use. I use perennial lavender, I think was a stamp set that I used for the grass, and then but you could always sponge dauber one or use your blending brush to put one on. Oops. Good morning, Janelle. Yes, you're confused about the days too. I am too. I'm going to be off for quite a while on my days, I think. So we've made our little bit of a sunshine here. We've got our cloud, and we're going to bring in bright skies. Bring in bright skies with boho blue. And you brighten my cloudy day we'll do in gray granite. So I'm going to put my little sun up in the corner. How many of you have your trees all like down and all your Christmas stuff put away? Anyone? I know some people are. I had a cousin who posted, she's like, my stuff is down and put away and the house is clean. I'm like, whoa. Mine might be February this year before I print mine away. Okay, so of course we added a little sparkle to our sunshine. We're bringing in some raindrops. Like I said, if you don't have this at home, you could just add some blue in the sky. You could draw your own raindrops or not have any raindrops. Completely up to you. And I'm going to stamp off like so. Put my cloud on and then stamp my sentiment, just so that I make sure that I have enough room for everything. Anyone working on any new projects? Are we done with holiday stamping, or are we still working on stuff, or we're so over it we're ready for Valentine's Day, or we're just moving on to spring and stuff like that? What are you guys doing for your stuff right now? I have a lot to do. I took this week off so that I could get caught up in at home. I have the escape to do, and of course January classes, so that is my goal. So you brighten my cloudy day. Your tree doesn't go down before the 6th, Feast of the Epiphany. Oh. Mine goes down whenever I got a chance. Usually I try to take it down like this week. I usually take off this week because my kids are home and want to spend time with them, and then it's like back to school, sports start up, robotics season starts up. So I usually try to get it down, but I just don't think it's going to happen this year. I have been known to leave it up till Valentine's Day. One time I did that. I was probably in my early 20s or whatever, and my mom was just fit to be tied that I didn't take my Christmas stuff down. And I said, Mom, it's got burgundy on it. It's like all decorated for Valentine's Day. I needed to say I got a little eye roll with that. Okay, so here is April. She didn't think I was so funny then. Okay, so zinnias. We got more zinnia paper. We embossed with the zinnia folder. And I believe some of this stuff you cannot get anymore. I think some of the zinnia stuff is maybe on the last chance stuff. So don't quote me on that, but just be aware. Lots of pieces for this one. We got stems, centers, okay. Okay, now we'll start creating our flowers. And I'll just put them down with glue dots. And I'm just layering them like so. So you put an orange center, and then you put your little yellow ring goes in the middle over our center. I'll glue my little stem. There we go. Flower number 2 is going to be purple and pink. I love this one because it's so bright and cheery. Uh-oh. I had a piece that stuck here. We just cut that off and must not have gotten my glue dot on very good on this one. Uh-oh. I lost my orange piece. I know I pulled out 2 of them. All those little pieces. Okay, I think I have an extra one in here. What happens is when I lose all these pieces when I'm stamping up here, I end up finding them when I'm cleaning. It's like, oh, here this one is. Magical, do you find that? You find magical pieces that reappear after you put things away and clean up, and it really was there all along. There we go. I put our stem on. Add some pretty rhinestones in the center. Now you can always color your rhinestones also if you want them to coordinate maybe like a little bit better with your pages, if you don't want them to be, let's say, silver. Okay. So we got May, we're gonna bring in June, which brings us to summer. So I thought we needed a little beachy something here. So we've got some palm trees. We're gonna make a beach scene here using Beach Day. It'd be even cute to stamp, it has Enjoy Today on the stamp set. So that'd be cute to stamp on this up in the corner too. So we're gonna bring in our crumb cake and stamp some seashells. Onto our sand here. So just randomly placing it on here. And then we have a cute little beach ball. We're gonna stamp him. Got this little white piece. We'll bring in our memento. And I just, when it's little stuff like this, I will just lay my piece over the top. And usually, for the most part, it works out pretty good. And then we have two cute little birds in here that will stamp also. So we'll start some assembly here. First, we're gonna take our white piece here and we're gonna sponge a little bit of balmy blue. We're gonna create a bit of a sky. Bring in our blending brush and just tap it into our blue. You don't need to do a lot. And I always start off my page and then go on to my page, just so that you don't get any harsh marks, because sometimes you do that and it gets a little blotchy. When you do this, when you do it off the page first and then bring it to blend on, you don't have that as much. Okay, and I do it in circles too. Some people will go like this, but I find when you go in circles, you get the most blended look from it. Okay, so we've made our sky. We'll attach our seashells to the bottom here. Add our stem for our palm tree. This is kind of a nice thing when doing a calendar. It kind of ends up being almost like a year in review, or it kind of gives you a chance to, you know, pull out all your stamp sets that you've collected over the year and use them up. So that was really nice. You know, sets I haven't used in a while, like Beach Day here, you know, haven't used it since June. So it was nice to pull these sets out and play with them. Got a little sunshine going on, and then we'll add dimensionals to our palm tree here. I have often thought of doing a class that is more of a summer theme for Christmas, you know, using palm trees, but making them all look Christmassy. taking some of those summer sets and doing that just for something different. More of a Hawaiian Christmas, I guess. Oops, my glue dot's showing a little too much there. We'll try it again. And of course, let's add some Wink of Stella, because everything's better with Stella. And then we've got to color our little beach ball. So I've got Poppy here, Azure Afternoon, and Daffodil Delight. You could use your blends or you could use your regular markers, whichever you prefer. And we'll put a little beach ball down here. Now we're going to stamp our little birds. We'll bring in some smoky slate. They're just so cute and little. Look at that. Isn't it cute? And then we'll put one that's going to fly in the sky here. There you go. Isn't this cute? And you could always take these and turn them into regular full-size cards by doing the same thing, but making it on a larger scale. Okay. So we've made it halfway through the year. Now it's time to go on to July and do a little bit of celebrations. So I brought in Round We Go. And we've got some red, white, and blue going on. Oh gosh, we didn't even glue. We have to glue our mat on. Okay, there we go. Bring in our mat here. We'll get that glued on right away. And just like we did before, we're just going to layer our flowers. Kind of get them so that they're in between. So I should say they're flowers, or they can be fireworks, however you want to look at it. Putting them in opposite corners. We'll put a little Celebrate sentiment in the middle. Like so. And then our centers, we have little silver, oops, circles, and then we'll bring in a 1/2-inch piece and we're going to put in Let's Celebrate. And I believe I had to find which stamp set I pulled that from. Here we go, Simply Said. We'll bring in some real red. So we have Let's Celebrate, which is perfect for the 4th. And I always like to angle my ends. That's just my personal preference. You could banner them if you wanted to. I'll put a piece of tear tape down the middle. Take that off, and we have another piece on back up here. Now what I do with my thread is I just run it around my fingers like that. And then in the middle here, I just so I've got a circle here, and I just twist it like so. So you've got like a figure 8 kind of going on. And I'll put another piece of tape just because this is a little bit thicker thread. There we go. We'll stick that. Actually, I want it to go the opposite way, but that's okay. So put it in there like that. I would have ideally had it going this way, but I wasn't paying attention. Step off my end, and then you can add some rhinestones. Oh, this one is so fun. This is out of the new catalog. Such fun, bold colors. And of course, my favorite color is in here. But look at this. Isn't it so cheery and colorful? I just love it. Okay, and then the DSP has these crabs and lobsters. Aren't they cute? And I'm not sure, I didn't get the stamp set yet, so I'm not sure if the dies actually cut out or not. And then we have a piece of coral. And I know we don't carry vellum anymore, but I really wanted vellum, so we brought it in. So you'll have to fussy cut a little bit, but isn't he cute? So what I'll do is I will add Mr. Crab and the coral on first. That way I know where to place my glue on the back so you don't see any glue coming through your vellum. I certainly hope they bring vellum back. It's one of those that a lot of times I want to showcase a DSP, but I want to also, you know, when you just put this on here like that, I feel like it gets a little lost, but putting that piece of vellum on there really helps it stand out. How many of you will be joining me in the escape, for the escape in January? I'm very excited to see what everyone has been creating with all of the new products. So here now you can see the back of your page. So this is where I will put my adhesive so that you don't see it coming through your vellum. And I think the vellum just adds a nice softness over the top that now I feel like your crab and your piece of coral actually pop off really, really nice on your paper. And we're coming to September, and my favorite time of year, some fall. So we've got some pretty peacock, some of this beautiful peacock and copper foil or DSP specialty, and we have some copper clay. Janelle, I agree with you. I love vellum, and then when you pop it through like with an embossing folder, you get that kind of a white frosted look with the embossing. Like, it's perfect for snowflakes. It's so pretty. So I hope that's in our future someday, that they'll bring vellum back. And so we're going to put this off to the side like this, keeping it still on our mat. And then to glue this on, I just take and go down the center a little bit, lightly putting on my adhesive. You don't want to put it on too much or it's just going to ooze. And oh, that just makes our leaf just pop. Okay, and then we are going to bring in the Autumn Leaves stamp set. And I thought this scene was absolutely perfect. And it says that autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. And I thought that was just a perfect sentiment to go with fall. So there we go. We stamped it in espresso. And we will pop this up. And we'll just tuck it in to the bottom corner here. Or you could do the top if you would like. But I like it on the bottom. So just like that. And what a beautiful reminder that is about fall. Okay, on to October. We're rounding out the end of the year almost here. So of course we had to bring in a little Halloween. So we brought in some of that fun Halloween paper. I've already glued on my piece of matte, so in Gorgeous Grape. I cut my DSP wrong, so you know. I already glued my gooey bubbly cauldron together. We'll bring in a little strip for Happy Halloween, and we have our checkered black and vanilla ribbon that we will add here. on the back of our labels. So we'll bring in spells and potions, or potions and spells. Bring in our Happy Halloween, and use our gorgeous grape. Stamp our Happy Halloween on here. There we go. We'll pop up our cauldron, because everything's better popped up, right? So what classes is everyone looking forward to, or new products that they want to see used from the new catalog? I know those of you who are customers haven't seen, but what about my demonstrator friends? Anything you guys excited to see played with, or classes you're really looking forward to in the upcoming? Oh, I already stamped it before, haha. I had this one all prepped and ready to go. Hello, Sandy, how are you? We'll put a piece of our ribbon on the back. We'll do some pop-ups. Oh, Sandy, it is $30 with the shipping for this class. There you go. So happy Halloween. All right, on to November. And I was a little stuck on what to do for November, but uh-oh, I'm missing a tree. We're missing a tree, but never fear, we'll figure out something. I'll have to cut out a tree at home. I did this class last night in person, so I might have mixed things up a little bit. So we have 2 trees here, so this is what we're doing here. We've got 2 trees, so I'm missing my mossy meadow tree, so I'll have to cut out another one. And I thought I'd add a deer. I just thought it would, I kind of thought of Tyler when I did this one. This is very much him. I don't know that he likes the gold on there, but I really, this paper is so pretty. Yeah, so Tyler inspired this one. Janelle, you would love to see a shaker card class. Okay. Who loves shaker cards? I do, I do. Okay, so once again, we have a old olive tree. We have a mossy tree. I'm missing my mossy tree. Maybe I gave it away last night at my class. Okay, so we'll put 1 tree down. Of course, we're gonna pop them up. And then you will have this kind of odd looking piece in your kits. And you're gonna look at it and go, what is this? Well, this is the piece of a reindeer. So in the stamp set Reindeer Fun, you have a mama and a baby reindeer. And the regular reindeers are just too big for this. But I thought this baby deer actually fit really, really well on here. So I just have a little piece that I cut because I just wanted the baby deer. We'll bring in our black. We're going to use some early espresso. And then what I do is I just flip it over and I line it up the best that I can. I moved it a little bit, so we'll see. Oh, didn't turn out too bad. And then all you have to do is kind of cut around the nose here a little bit and then by the ear. And I won't actually put him on because I need another tree, but this is basically how it would go, like that, and then it looks like this. And like I said, I'll be sending you guys rhinestones to go with this, so it's up to you where you want to place your rhinestones on your calendar. Okay, one more card, or one more month left to do here. And Sandy, you love shaker cards also. Okay, I will keep that in mind. I can probably turn one of my classes into a shaker card class. Okay, our final one is Christmas. So we brought in some present paper, some white snowflakes here embossed. We brought in a wreath, a little cardinal, and good tidings was a sentiment in sophisticated sled. So we've got the little bird, the wreath, the good tidings. Let's see if I can stamp this wreath on. I feel like this wreath is a little bit hard to figure out how it lines up. It's a little bit. Hello, welcome. We got B&D Crafts here. Okay, so we're bringing in our garden green. This is on Granny Apple Green. So we'll see if I can, I feel like there's not like necessarily a good, like I thought there'd be more of a notch. And I had it all figured out yesterday, showing everyone. And obviously this morning, after some sleep, I have forgotten. All right, I got to bring it a little closer to me because I can't see. Oh, I think I got it. We're as close as it's going to get. So there we go. There's our wreath. So all we're gonna do, oh, and we have to do our beautiful little cardinal. And I'll bring in my espresso. And once again, I will just flip this over and use my fingers to kind of cradle the small piece in there. And there we go. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll now. And then we'll finish putting the rest of the calendar all together. So we'll put our white snowflake on here. Okay, we're gonna pop up our wreath, of course. Put that in the center. We've got Good Tidings already stamped. Oops. This will go in the center of our wreath. And our cardinal will go right just above our label on our wreath. So he'll get tucked in right here. And then we will add a little bow. I will have to say, this twine goes a very long way. I have used it in a lot of projects this year. One of my most probably used ribbons this year, or twine, I should say. It's not really a ribbon. Okay, grab our glue dot. Put that at the top of our, oops. Stick our little bird behind it. Cut our tails a little bit. Okay, then we'll take our rhinestones. And put them on here like so. And then I'm going to use my marker. Now you could have colored these beforehand so you don't get any red on your wreath, but I am just coloring the tips of my rhinestones. Now you always want to use a blend when doing this. A regular marker will not work. Only the blends, because they're an alcohol-based marker, will work with this. So there you go. Ta-da! All right. Now for the fun part, putting our holes in each one. We're going to bring our ruler back in, and we're going to put a dot on one of our wreaths, or on one of our spots here at 1/4 inch and at 3.5. And that is where you are going to punch your holes. So there are your 2 holes. And then what I did with the rest of them is I would line up like this. I'll take a couple of them all at the same time, and I'm making sure that they're all lined up down through here, and I'm actually going to stick it right through that same exact hole. Well, maybe. Making sure you're holding everything nice and snug. There we go. Then I'll take another couple of them and do the same thing. And that's how I do it. I measure on one and always lining them up at the very top of each piece. Let's see if I can get these last 3 all together. Oops, this one did not cut very good. I must have not had that one lined up right. Okay. So there we go. We have them all done. We're going to bring in our calendar now. Like so. Open up our rings. And we'll put them in order here. So December, November. My hands feel like they're not working with me today. We'll just do one ring at a time, I think. September, August. Where's our beautiful August? Here we go. June. May. April. April didn't go on very good, but we'll keep that one. I'll redo that one. I didn't put my holes down low enough. So make sure you put your holes down low enough. I put mine up a little bit high. So then you stamp in the one side, and then you can go back and do the other side. Oops. Must have not punched that one well either. Okay. So there we go. We have them all on here, minus my two I oopsied on. And all we need to do is add our "This is your day" and our calendar. So you can rip off the first page here, and I'm just going to use some tear tape. Put it like that, and then we'll use some dimensionals. Okay, so we have "This is your day." Little positive affirmation daily for you. There we go. So then you just flip your calendar like so throughout the year and tear off your pages as you go. And it is, like I said, it's a little bit top heavy when all of them are facing, you know, the same direction here. So make sure you can either place half of them on the other side and then, you know, rotate them out, or put just a little, if you've got a little rock or a magnet, like Chris has this rock here, just stick it inside and then it'll stay fine. Okay, so anyone have any questions about the calendar? So this class is available. You'll make 2 calendars in this class. It's $24 plus 6 for shipping. So it comes to $30 for shipping. This class is available until next week, Friday. I believe Friday is the 3rd. So reach out if you would like this class. Facebook me on Glitter and Ink with Gina. Make sure you go and like and follow my page. Email me any questions, or you want to sign up for class, ginalbulo@gmail.com. And don't forget, I have a little special going on since it's my birthday tomorrow. Through the 31st, if you place an order with me, I will give you free shipping. Now, the free shipping will come in a form that you can use the next time, or if you're local, we'll figure out something, either a coupon for a future class or something like that for that special. So I'd like to extend that to all of you as my birthday gift. And don't forget, I have the Morning Create with you guys on Monday morning. I did not bring those cards, but I have that class for you. And I also have this class will still be available until the 3rd. This is the Snow Fun, Snow Day. I don't remember which one it is. Workshop kit. It's a $55 order. You must have the kit, so you either need to order the kit, or if you have the kit already, you just order $55 worth of product. So you're going to make 5 cards. 6 alternative pages. So here are 6 alternative pages. to the kit. Now Stampin' Up! Provides you with a guide that gives you 6 pages to create. I create something different for all of you. And in this kit, you'll also get extra cardstock pieces, the ribbon, gems. All of that comes extra that I will send to you also. So I think that is all I have for you for now. So I will see you guys on Monday morning at 9 o'clock for Morning Create. I just want to say thank you once again for another wonderful year of stamping. Actually, it's only been a year and a half for me now, so that I've been doing videos and things, and all of your patience as I have learned on this journey, and as always are still learning. We actually, Chris and I learned a little, well, I shouldn't say we learned, we're still figuring it out. Yesterday we ran into some buffering with the video, and we thought we canceled it and we were going to delete it, but somehow it kept still recording and we didn't realize it. So there's actually 2 video recordings from yesterday. So we're still working out the kinks on that and what all happened there. So yeah, it's a learning process. There's always something new to learn, and your patience with tutorials as it is. I would rather be stamping than writing tutorials. I'll admit it. So those have been coming out slow and steady. So thank you for being on this journey with me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your holiday and Happy New Year. Here's to another year. So 2025 right around the corner, and I will see you guys Monday. Thank you.